Let's go!
Throughout its history, Kingdom Hearts has definitely changed its formula a few times to see what does work and what doesn't. Out of those things, the chests pretty much stay the same. Hello everybody, I'm OCDsaster, and in today's video, I am going to be doing a quick overview on the chests throughout the Kingdom Hearts series, and what I really think about them. I think they're pretty weird, and I'm going to tell you why. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button for more Kingdom Hearts content. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy it. It'll help me out a lot, and let's just get right to it. We're going to go ahead and give Kingdom Hearts 1 the benefit of the doubt because it was the first game of the franchise. However, we still need to be critical of it, and yeah, it's the worst chess system in the entire series. I'm talking about the original OG Kingdom Hearts, where you actually had to go down the command menu in order to open the chest. You couldn't just hit triangle like you can in the remasters and remakes. In addition, these chests cannot be opened if there's enemies around. You cannot open the chest and then keep fighting the enemies like in the future games. You have to actually clear out the entire room before opening a chest, and this is just very annoying. Chests in Kingdom Hearts 1 are also optional, and you don't actually need to open all of them to essentially 100% the game. You just need to find the right chests, and there is no way to actually see how many chests you have opened versus how many you still need to find in each of the worlds. So this was also a detriment to Kingdom Hearts 1's chest system.
There!
Kingdom Hearts 2 basically fixed everything that was wrong in the first Kingdom Hearts game. Basically, the chests were completely revamped so that you could just use the triangle button to open them. In addition, you could actually see all the chests that were in each world, and you could see a log on which ones you have opened and which ones you have yet to open. And then once you've opened them, you can actually go into Jiminy's journal and see what item you got from that chest. It was a very nice and well-deserving feature for the Kingdom Hearts fans. Kingdom Hearts 2 also introduced larger chests. You had a large chest and a small chest. The small chest usually contained typical items such as potions, elixirs, AP ups, the sort, whereas the larger chests usually included magic boosts, power boosts, summons, and yes, the newly added maps. This was always something that kind of confused me. I never knew why we had to unlock the world maps in Kingdom Hearts, but also why were they in the big chests? Why are they so special that we need to get it? The worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2 are not that difficult to navigate. They're pretty linear and you can find your way around. A map is helpful, but it's not necessary. So the fact that we had to unlock it was kind of a head scratcher to me. And this would actually continue throughout the rest of the series. Like I said before, Kingdom Hearts 2 pretty much revolutionized the chess system in the future Kingdom Hearts games. All the characters that you play as that can open chests, they have a different animation, which I think is a nice touch, but they also have two different animations, one for the smaller chests and one for the larger chests. And before I get onto the side rant, I just want to mention to you guys that I do have a Discord, so if you want to talk more about Kingdom Hearts, you want to join some matchmaking for games such as Super Smash Bros, Apex Legends, if you want to see when I'm live on my Twitch, OCDsaster Live, you can go ahead and join the OCD server. There will be a link in the description below. A huge head scratcher for me with Kingdom Hearts in these chests are the main protagonists you play as have a weapon called a Keyblade. A Keyblade, right? So you have a sword that is basically a giant key. And then you have chests that actually have a keyhole, like an actual, you can see the keyhole on the design of these chests. And instead of sticking the key into the chest, turning it and opening it, or doing what Sora does when he does the world keyholes and he does like this spinny animation and a line goes through to open the chest, no, instead they just whack the thing with their Keyblade and it opens. Either they tap the top or they spin the Keyblade up in the air and they smack it down on the top of the chest and it opens. It's kind of silly. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with this because they literally have keys. Anyway, moving on. Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, basically any of the Kingdom Hearts air quote spin-off games that were for like the side consoles, they changed the chess system just in the way you open them. Instead of hitting the triangle button or the situation command to open the chests, now it'll prompt like when you walk up to it to hit X, which is normally the attack button. So you press X to open it, which isn't a huge sin. However, if you're like me and you play multiple Kingdom Hearts games in one sitting, you jump back and forth, it is kind of confusing when you're playing Kingdom Hearts 2 or Kingdom Hearts 3 and then you go back and play Birth by Sleep and you try to open a chest and you accidentally unleash your, situation command or something like that.
Nice!
You would think after over 20 years of history in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, Kingdom Hearts 3 would finally get the chess system perfect, but they actually don't. So my biggest issue with Kingdom Hearts 3's chess system is that you go back to using triangle or Y if you're playing on Xbox to open these chests. However, if you have a Keyblade transformation up, or you just spawned in like a team attack and that situation command is just sitting there waiting to be used, if you're not perfectly aligned with the chest, if you don't actually see the green glow to open the chest up, you can end up wasting some precious time using this attack or going into a Keyblade transformation that you didn't feel like using. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it is a little bit annoying that it just doesn't let you store those until combat. I think it would be nice if those things wouldn't even be able to be accessed until you were ready to go into combat, but that's for a different video. Lastly, for Kingdom Hearts 3, another gripe I have with the chest is because the game is so beautiful and in the Unreal Engine and its new graphics, it's kind of hard to see the chest sometimes, and I don't really like that. There were plenty of times in my first playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3 where I just missed the chest because, I was in Olympus and it was super shiny and bright out and the chest kind of just blended right in with its metallic look. And that was frustrating when I was trying to get all the chests and I was like, I've been here before, I swear there's not a chest, and then I go back and lo and behold, the chest was right there. These worlds are also huge, and so it's a lot harder to find these chests, whereas in like Kingdom Hearts 2, for example, since the rooms were smaller and very narrow and linear, you pretty much knew where the chests were going to be. If I had to rank it, I would say Kingdom Hearts 2 did the chest the best, even though they introduced maps as being an unlockable thing in the chests. I find that kind of silly. They could have done something a little bit more creative with it, I feel. So Kingdom Hearts 2, then I would have to give it to Kingdom Hearts 1, but only the remake versions where you can press triangle. It's still annoying that you have to clear out the room, but I think it's slightly less obnoxious than Kingdom Hearts 3 due to the difficulty of finding some of the chests, as well as accidentally, doing a attraction attack instead of opening just a simple chest. I think that's very annoying. And then the Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, all those games, just I'm indifferent. It's not that they're bad, it's indifferent to me, so that's why they're towards the bottom. What do you guys think? What Kingdom Hearts game has the best chess system or attributes in your opinion? I would love to know down in the comments below. As far as Kingdom Hearts 4 goes, I really don't think they're going to be changing much of the chess system, and I kind of hope they don't. I think it's something that's very, structured in the Kingdom Hearts games. I think it would be kind of silly to do the maps again. I don't think we really need to have a giant chest for the maps. I would also like to see the chests look vastly different in different worlds. Most of the time they get a little bit of a different color or different, look to them in different Disney worlds, but I think it'd be really cool if the chests completely change shapes. I know that might be confusing from a game design standpoint, but Kingdom Hearts fans are smart. We would figure it out. I don't think it's actually going to happen. It would just be something cool to see to shake things up. When it comes to chests, I don't know. It's a very small thing, but it's still part of the Kingdom Hearts game, so I wanted to make a video on it. I'm one of those people that I have a very hard time skipping chests. Once I know where all of them are, like I said, Kingdom Hearts 2, it's pretty easy to know where they all are. I pretty much mentally map them all out and usually can get them all in one run, but like sometimes I'm trying to practice speedrunning, but I get distracted because I know there's a chest in a corner and you don't need to open the chest, but I still do it anyway. I go into autopilot, so that's kind of like the OCD perfectionist in me. What about you guys? I'm kind of curious if I'm the only one here, but yeah, I can't remember stuff from school, but I can remember where all the chests are in Kingdom Hearts 2. Alright, that's going to be it for the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and like the video if you made it this far. Thank you so much. There's going to be more Kingdom Hearts content coming down the pipeline very, very soon. Please check out these other videos that I made on Kingdom Hearts, and hopefully I will catch you on the next one.